to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. This is Brenda. So I'm very happy to bring you another project, and I am crafting for Mardi Gras. So Mardi Gras is coming up. It's a big deal here in southern Mississippi. I am on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so we're close to Louisiana and Alabama. So we're definitely going to be having some Mardi Gras activities starting up actually this weekend. Some Mardi Gras parades are happening. So I thought it was very appropriate that I do a mini notebook because guess what? I just wanted to make a mini notebook. I haven't done one in a while, and it's a wire-bound notebook, so I'm going to tell you how I got started. But I'm going to start in Design Space. Now, I did this notebook two ways. I did cut it by hand, I will confess, the first time, and then I went ahead and put all the measurements and everything in my Cricut Design Space because I didn't have pattern paper that I really liked, and I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do Mardi Gras colors, I wanted to have pattern paper. So I brought that in. So let me start with what you see on your screen, which is the dividers. So we'll start with that first. These are the dividers. There's 3 dividers, and they measure 6 by 4 with the score down the middle. So with these dividers, they're actually pockets. So that's really cool. So that's why you want to have your paper be 6 by 4, because then you're going to score down 2. You're going to score it 2. And for this, it was just bringing in a basic shape. So I'm going to start with a square. And let me bring this over here. Let me move this out the way. So I went ahead and changed the dimensions on this by using the sizing block. So I just, width is 6, height is 4. And there you go. Now, you can choose, if you have pattern paper, you can certainly choose that. You don't have to, you don't even have to do this in Cricut. You do have to have some way of doing some binding. That is a requirement, but if you have what I'm going to use, then this should be an easy project. But let's say I wanted to have some pattern paper. I'm going to turn this into print, then cut. And then I'm going to click under operations. So under operations, I put print, then cut. I'm going to click on the color icon, and I'm going to change the color type to pattern. And then I brought these patterns into Design Space. So let's say I wanted to use this pattern, and then that's my pattern paper. Now it has a seam, and I'm okay with that. You know, it's not seamless because you can clearly see there's a seam going here, but that's fine. So if you wanted to bring that in into your Design Space, you would click on Upload, Upload Images. I have some stuff stored on my other screen, so let me get that pulled up for you. One moment. Let's see, Mardi Gras. I think I have some digital paper. It might not be what I'm looking for. Digital paper. Digital. Nope. That's not what I'm looking for. Where's Mardi Gras? Do. Okay, there we go. Mardi Gras. Nope, that's not it either. Okay. Really? This is what I get? Oh, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm looking for something appropriate. I am looking for something. You know, it's whenever you're like, everything works fine. It's only when you're recording or you're looking for something you can't find what you're looking for, and you think you're all well organized, and no, you're not. You're not. You can't see me on the other screen because I'm trying to find my Mardi Gras stuff. Because who knows where I hid stuff. Okay, well, I'm not going to sweat it. Well, the exercise is just to see how to bring something in. So let me just grab some digital paper. Oh, I may have found it. Whoops. No, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's see. What have I not brought in? Let's do this one. Okay. I'm going to drag this file over. Apologize for the delay. I don't think I have this one in there, but we'll do that one. So we will do upload image, continue, apply and continue. I'm going to bring it in as a flat graphic as soon as it does its thing. Continue. Wait for it to finish thinking. Upload. I may have done that backwards. I think I did. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's do it again. Apologies. So let's go to upload. Well, at least I don't have to find it. Pattern fill. Then upload pattern. Then drag. Let's drag it over again. Let me just select. Nah, don't like that. Oh yeah, let's do this one. This one I don't have. Then we're going to upload. So this is one way to bring in your digital paper. Oh, darn. I'm having all kind of problems today. Cancel. So I don't know what's going on. Oh my. I don't know what's happening. Let's try this one more again. I clicked on something and then it went really weird on me. Okay. I think it's there. Okay. Back to canvas. Cancel. Let's see if it worked. I've never had that happen to me before, but we'll see. Okay, I put it in there twice. And then I'm going to delete this one. Yes. So there you go. There's your paper in under pattern. Then I'm going to add a score line. I apologize. I'm all over the place. So I'm going to do my line. So I know that this line is going to be 4 inches tall. So I will collapse this, then change that to 4 on my keyboard, not 43, but to 4. And then while that's highlighted, I'm going to use my layers panel and click on both of them. Then bring this to this align and line a center and then attach. And then there you go. You have a divider, and you would do this for all of the other components. So we have our outside cover, so you get to choose what cover pattern paper you want. You can make them the same, or you can do what I've done. I've got a front and a back. You can choose either one for your front or back. They're not the same. So that's 4 by 5. Then your inside cover, well, that's not right, y'all, because this is not 4 by 5. That is not right. I may have put down the wrong dimensions. I think that's 3 by 4. So let me change this real quick to 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Because this will cover, when you put this together on top of your chipboard, this will cover the inside. Again, you can make it the same or different. Bring this down. Then you have your chipboard. So your chipboard is going to be 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So that's basically 3.125 by 4.125. I have some pullouts that I'm going to be using, some tags. And then I have some stitch tags just to give you some white space that I'm going to be adding, just to fill in. Now you can do more to this, you can do less. But this is what I chose to do for mine. You can add other pages. You can use whatever you have in your stash. You can do whatever you would like to do at this point if you needed to cut anything, or you can decide that you're done with the bulk of your cutting and you can go ahead and hand cut some items. Now the reason why I have my tags here is I don't have dies for any of these shape tags, so I'm using my Cricut, and I do not have a die set that I have some tags, but I don't have a die set that has the stitching, so I'm doing the faux stitching here on this tag. So, and I've already printed out everything. So I've already printed out or cut out. I keep saying printed. I've already printed out and cut. So when you click on print then cut, make it for your print then cut, you can see that you can have all of your pattern paper. So I'm using some 110-pound cardstock, white cardstock for my print then cut. I send it through the printer, then it cuts out all of my pattern paper. Again, this is my choice because I do not have any Mardi Gras themed pattern paper in my stash anywhere. When I got to this, I just went ahead and did all of the nesting tags, but you would have to move, for me, I'd have to move this over here and then move this over here because it will come off the bottom of the paper of the page. So I knew from practical experience, because this part will get cut off on one of these. I'll just move that up. And then this is your chipboard, so it'll cut my chipboard. Now you can change the size of your mats. That's fine. Yeah, I think these are fine. No, this is fine. I'm used to cutting on my Joy Extra, but if you're concerned about making sure you got everything sized, my chipboard is 8.5 by 11, and this paper is 8.5 by 11. So let's just make sure I change that to letter size. This is 8.5 by 8.5 by 11. I'm not sure why I did that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes it's good just to go through and it rearranged all of those. But look at all that space I got wasted. So, not sure. Oh, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I changed the material size just to make sure. I do have some 12 by 12 white cardstock. It's not as thick as my 110-pound cardstock. If I chose to leave it at 12 by 12, but it's sometimes a good idea just to change your material size so you know you have everything aligned and perfect and you won't get stuff cut off. Let's see. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to bring you over to my work surface so you can kind of see what's, let me put it together and then we can talk turkey. So for this project, I put this nice little booklet together. So here's what it all looks like. So I'm just going to flip through the components. So this is my chipboard. So I did some pockets. I did a little bit of inks blending and stamping on this, and I made some stickers, some Mardi Gras stickers. So that's the outside cover, inside cover with a side pocket. These, for this project, you would be needing some index cards, 4x6 cut in half. These are the dividers that I was talking about, and you would need a tab punch to do this. And this is one of my pullouts with a little Mardi Gras sticker here and a little ink around the edges. So that's the divider. And then aside, I did a side pocket here with the leftover scraps. Let's see. And then each of these are 10. So here we go. Another side pocket. doing another tag with another little ink blending. So I use some purple ink. And then another tag pull out that you can add some ephemera or a personal message, slip it in there, and that turned out really pretty. And then another pocket. I playing with this one. This is just a recent addition where I don't think I have anything in here. You can just do a little pocket. I haven't played with that yet. Just got this the other day with a little belly band. Oops, I'm still working on that. But if you needed to, here's another little tag. You can add something for the tag. You can add, I usually use, oh God, what is a tool for my tags? And I might add some tool to this so it'll stick out, or some tool to that. It just depends. So yeah, it just depends on what. And then if I wanted to, I could add another, I'd like to do 2 side pockets or another band, side pocket here, or just a regular pocket. It just depends. So you know, whatever you want to do, I could stick that in there, and then put this in the belly band. But I'm going to show you how to do all of that. But that's how I put it together. I was watching a video. You can do like turnout pages, like fold out with a little paper, nice paper clip if you want. You can do some vellum in here and make one of the pages, you know, the little nice vellum, you know, whatever you would like. You can make this your own. It measures 3 by 4. So that's the measurement of this. So that turns out really pretty. So here's my chipboard. So while I was in there in Cricut Design Space, I went ahead and had it cut out several pieces of chipboard because I'm going to be making another one of these. I love making these things. I forget how much I love them. So that's my chipboard. Put that to the side. Let me bring in my little thing. So here's my 2 pieces of chipboard. Here is my tags already cut out. What I'm going to do is I did these. I'm going to reinforce these. So I cut out some extra ones so I can glue these together and reinforce them. Whoops, there's more than one. So I can kind of reinforce the tags. So the back side is you can write a little journal entry or something on that. But that's what that's going to look like. And that's why I have 3 of these. So I can reinforce these and just glue them together. Okay. You're going to need a punch to make your dividers, so you can make your little tab index. Now, I've been playing with this. I watched this lady. She made a template. I've had some limited success with this, so it almost got my spacing right. Almost. This one's a little off, but you know, work in progress. I don't think anybody's going to mind that. So I have a punch. I couldn't find anything in Design Space that I liked that would yield the same result, so I had to purchase one of these. One moment while I grab that. So here's my punch for that. I'll show you how to do that. Here is my 2 pieces for my inside cover. Here is my pieces for my outside cover. Here are my dividers that I've already scored. I think I scored them. Whoops, I may not have scored them, but I will be scoring those, so we'll do that next. Let me work on that. I'm going to grab my scoreboard and then score them because I will be punching out some notches as well, so you can kind of see. And I need my circle punch for that. But you know what? Let me get the covers going so that they can kind of dry first. And with all the scraps that's left over, you can make all of your inside pockets, your belly bands, your side pockets. So we'll be doing all of that to as many as you like. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to put my chipboard in the center. I'm going to grab my glue. I'm going to glue up my chipboard. I'm sure you've seen me do this plenty of times. I'm just going to do one, and then I'll come back and have this all done. but I'll do one for you. So I might do both of them. It just depends. So turn that over and let's make sure. I'll try to get it in here as even as best you can. You know, in the center of the paper as best you can. I think you'll be forgiven if it's not as even as all the way around. So I think you'll be forgiven. So here's my other one. I'm going to keep the little fleur-de-lis as my front. I was able to get some bigger fleur-de-lis with this. So it was, when I printed it direct, just like didn't bring it into Design Space, I got bigger fleur-de-lis, larger ones. And then when I brought it into Design Space, I got, they're very smaller and closer together. So it just, both of them work. So we'll get this one in. And I'm going to show you, I think I have, yep, I don't have I usually have my brayer, so I want to get that glue spread it around. So try to bray it out, but it'll be okay. I'm using this item here, this book binding tool, I'm going to cut my corners, miter my corners. Now you don't need this tool, but I think I've had plenty of discussions as to why I use the tool. Because Brenda can't cut straight. I was proud of myself when I did the first, our prototype. I did it all by hand. I cut everything by hand. I was really proud just to see, you know, just to practice, because I don't always necessarily need to use my Cricut. But I'm one of these people who want the precise cuts every single time. So I'd rather let the machine do it, and then I don't have to fiddle with it and measure. But it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. So I know you can do this by hand because a lot of people don't have the Cricut. And then using Design Space. But if I was mass producing this, oh yeah, definitely. If I was going to be mass producing these and to sell on your book fair or wherever, or craft fair, whatever, then I'd want to look for paper that I didn't have to digitally print. But like I said, I don't have any Mardi Gras, anything in my stash. So everything I have for Mardi Gras I had to go get and bring into Design Space. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So as you can see, I am using this corner to miter these edges. And I'm using a blade. I'm not going to try to make myself bleed today. And just using that to straight edge. And I got perfect corners every single time. And then I don't have to overthink it. Now that that's done, yeah, this is directional, so you want to make sure you don't put it together upside down. I didn't tell you what you're going to need as well. You're going to need some binding wire. I keep forgetting about the supplies. I'm really bad about that. Going to need glue, obviously. Try to remember to give you the supplies up front. Now I start on both the long edge, so I'm going to fold that over. And I really need to get my brayer. But I have this, so you can use your bone folder. Get those, crisp up those edges. And then I'm going to do the other side. I go along the long edge. Then I kind of do a sawtooth motion with my glue, but that's my personal preference. And then you're going to take it on the long edge and just fold it down on itself to get a nice good crease. And then it should stick. You don't have to use a whole lot of glue. So I like using my brayer or roll it over this. It really gets that glue spread it. Okay, now you're going to do the short edges. You can take your bone folder and bring in those edges. I just saw a lady do that. I'm not sure. I just do it because I saw somebody do it on YouTube. It looked like it didn't hurt anything. So I'm going to do one short edge. And then on my sawtooth action here, it looks like a little sawtooth. Then fold it down on itself. And there. And you can do that. Get that a nice crisp edge. You can kind of round those corners off so they won't be so sharp. Same thing here. And do that one. And then your first cover is done. Your book cover, whoops, I should have did it like that. Your cover is done. Let's bring that in. If you don't want to use your bone folder, you can just take it on your surface and soften up those edges. And then there's your cover. Let's finish this out. It doesn't matter which direction you want to use this in. I don't care at this point which edge is which. My asthma is really bad right now. I'm going to turn it to the side. Then I'm going to make sure, because you want to at least get it even all the way around. So you're looking just to make sure you have it straight, that it looks even. Even if it's not, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be perfect for you. Like, that's a little bit too much. So here we go. Here we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. There we go. And I'll set that aside. And then we'll do the next one. So I'm going to go ahead. It's going to be the same treatment for this. And then I'll come back. So let's recap. I got both of my front covers done. So that's done. While I was off camera. Oh wow. What's that? Oh. While I was off camera, I didn't notice that. I went ahead and said to score this at 2 inches, but it's actually at 3. These are my dividers. So I went to my scoreboard and I scored it at 3, and so basically in half. Yep. So you can hit this with ink if you want. I'm not going to ink this. And while I was there, whoops, did I do it on the wrong side? I think I did. So I'm going to make sure that my folders go like this, because I am going to, you don't have to glue these except at the bottom. I'm going to, when I bind it, I'm going to bind it on this edge, so you don't have to glue this side, you just have to glue the bottom. But before I did that, I don't know if you can see, bring it up, I went ahead and scored at the 1.5 inch mark so that I can take my little circle punch, move this out the way, and do a little notch. So I need to know where to notch it, and because I can't really, you know, notch it, how far up is on you, I just kind of eyeball it. And it's, yeah, this thing is kind of in the way. There you go. So I can't really see it, but there's my score mark. And just depending on how deep I want to make that punch, I just try to make sure it's even in there. And then I just get a punch. And I'll do the same thing with this one, just making sure, again, that the open end is facing to my left. And then just try to make sure I get that in the center. Yeah, there's the line. And then it just helps you where to punch. And, you know, it doesn't have to be all even. I mean, I guess I could have tried to punch all 3 at the same time. I would have saved a little bit of time. But, yeah, it's just, there we go. And I just eyeballed it. And then it takes care of that. So now that I have these done, get that out the way. I can go ahead and now fold these over, and then I still got like a little notch like for the pull tab. So I will glue this part and get those glued over. Just a little bit of glue will go a long way. Just to close it over, just to close that up. Just a little bit of glue right here at the bottom edge. Just so you can close the pocket. These are so fun to do. If you're just wanting to do a few, get everything cut out, get your assembly line, like if you're going to do 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6, get everything cut, and then boom, boom, boom. I think the biggest thing that would take your time is cutting the index cards. That's going to take some time. But yeah, so all my pockets are open on this end. So when I go ahead to bind it, I'm going to punch these. So this is a good time to go ahead and put my tabs on. I'm going to try it again. I'm not very successful with this. It looks all pretty. Do you know how long it took me to do this? But the idea being is if you take your template, so I made a template, cut these out of some cardstock, and then your would be to line this up. So I'm going to look at what I have, and I'm going to try to do the opposite. I did a lot of green because there's not a lot of green on here. So I am going to go with green. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to use the polka dot at the end. So we'll take this one. Yep. And this one. Okay, so I don't know why. I'm just gonna eyeball it, y'all, because I was not happy. So I'm putting it right on the edge of this. So you can see that, right? So what I'm gonna do, just to help a sister out, I'm gonna do it like this. And then I'm gonna hold down. And then I'm assured that at least this is anchored on one end before I move on. And then I'm going to do the next. There we go. And then that's one down. Now before I finish doing everything else, I'm going to score this, make that nice and flat. Okay, perfect. Then, let's see, that's my one. Now let's make this my number 2. So that's how I want it. That's how I want it. And then I'm going to use this one. So now, let's see if I can get it all lined up this time. Oh, there's my light. Sorry. There's my light. Okay. Now, hopefully that'll do the trick. If I can get it like all lined up nice and neat. Now see, there you go. Now that's the trick. This is the placement of this one. Is the first one is the one that matters the most. Okay. So if I can make sure this is straight, even, then we'll be good to go. Boy, oh boy, there's something to be said about stuff that does, the machine does it, but I want to be able to do it as good as the machine. So I'm going to hold that down in place. Oh, grum, Brenda. Guess what? That wouldn't work, Brenda. Okay, Brenda, I don't know what you were doing. I have no clue. I put it on here. I have no clue what I was doing. That wasn't very bright. That was a Brenda moment. Y'all didn't pretend like y'all didn't see that. I had it on the wrong one. Okay. Now I need to pull that up because I want to make sure it looks even. Okay. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. What a rookie move. I'm a rookie. I'm just so excited I had it lined up correctly. I screwed that up, but quick recovery. But that's what happens in real life. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So now we got to do number 3. Let's get my template back out. Pretty close, not close, but close enough. So I'm just going to move this out the way. Apparently, this is what happens when you hand cut. That's why I didn't hand cut anything else. So let's get this bad boy in there. Okay, I think I see my problem. See my problem? Can you see my problem? I should have did the 2 on the end. I should have did these 2 first in the middle. And then it would have lined up. Because this is almost too far over. This should be a little further in. Okay, well, lesson learned. But lesson learned. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to do it. I did the exact same thing I did last time because I did not think about it beforehand. But that's okay. I'll credit myself with the error there. An unforced error. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't think about it again. But that's all right. It's mine. So it'll be all right. See, I thought I did good. I thought I learned my lesson, but apparently I didn't. Sometimes you got to make it, sometimes you got to file up more than once. Because it'll stick. But those are my things. Those are my dividers. So yeah, those are the dividers. And if I had moved this over, it would have been, I just had needed to move this one over just a little bit. But those are the dividers. So before I move on, I will be using my cutter because what I want to do now is I want to, for this divider, I want to do a side pocket. Then for this one, I'm going to do one of these. And then for this one, I'm going to do a belly band. And then I just need to decide if I want to put something on either side of these. So before I start punching these out, I want to go ahead and get those in. So I'm using the polka dot, and you can use your scraps for this. I probably want to do not something in yellow. Just depends on what scraps I have. Let's do a chevron. I got that chevron pattern. Let's do that. Let's see. So I need to cut this down a little. Yeah, let me think about it for a second. One moment before I start cutting stuff down. Okay, I'm gonna cut this 2, 3, 2. Now again, if this was directional, then yeah, I think that should be right. 3 by 2. Let's see. Make sure I grab it. Okay. 3 by 2. Let's see if that's gonna be. Make sure. Because now I'm doubting myself. Okay. If that was directional, then you would want to make sure you cut it the right way. So I'm just going to eyeball this on my little paper trimmer here. And I'm just trying to get the 2 corners to line up to the edge of the blade. However that looks like is however I'm going to take it for a side pocket. I think that's pretty clever. So I think I want, let me see which one. Did I do it right? Oh, crumb snatcher. Crumb snatcher. I didn't do it right. Okay, well, I'll have it go in this direction then. And I'll hang on to that one. So I'll have it go in this direction. It doesn't really matter. I don't think I did it right, but oh well. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on there. So I'm going to take this and glue, make sure I get it right in my head. Glue this side, the two sides, and then this. Okay, come on. Maybe it'll do better if I angle it the right way. Okay, that's going to be my side pocket. That's going to be my side pocket. And then I'm going to get it right to the edge. And right over to the edge. And then there. I wanted my side pocket to go the other way. I wanted it, and I don't know what I did wrong. But it's all good. Maybe let me see. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad. I'm mad. I'll just cut this one too, because I might need to use this one. That's a bit of bigger pocket. Can see that was just the leftover. So since I was there, I was going to cut it anyway. Okay, so that's one. Now you can decide. So this is where you can decide if you're going to go ahead and punch it. No, you can do. I'm going to do another pocket on this side. Let's see what color. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to do, so I'm going to have it come here, like, so when it comes, so when I punch it, it'll be another pocket on the other side. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want to do, but this is what I'm going to do. And that's going to be, I have enough. Oh, let me see. I need 4 by 1. So this is going to be 4. And I don't care about the direction. By 1. I really, really, truly don't. I just want to use my scraps. This is a really good scrap buster project too. If you're having some bigger pages. That's perfect. Let's make sure which is which. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to put that right there. Nope, I got this way. So if you are having, let's make sure, a lot of scraps, and you wanted to use up some scraps if you had a large paper pad, I guess I'll do it this way. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not going to glue this part because when I punch the holes for the binding wire. Is that straight? That doesn't look straight. Okay, it is straight. The binding wire will stop it. But I'm going to put some on the bottom of these too. That doesn't look straight. That is not straight. Okay, that is not straight. I looked at that. Let me see if this is straight. My stomach is growling. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Is that straight too? This is why I don't cut. Okay, that looks better. Still doesn't look straight to me, but it doesn't look as egregious. It's not straight. You can tell. Look at that. Look at that. Let me do it again. I can't do it. I can't deal. Okay. I may not have any left to do. Might have to just cut off a little small part. Let me just cut off a little bitty edge. Let's just do that. Oh my God, can't believe I didn't hold the damn paper straight. Oops, sorry, I cussed. Sorry, me cuss. Me cuss. All right, it'll be a little bit shorter than what I wanted, but it's better than what it was. I'm sorry I cussed. That's why I don't cut. You see? You feel me? Can you feel me paint out there? That's why I don't use the paper trimmer that much. But I wanted to show you that I could. And I do, but it'll be all right. So that's going to be, I mean, I have something on either side because you can never have too many pockets for stuff. Okay, now let's decide for this one what I want to do here. I might do a belly band on this one. Can I use, I'd like to use, so I'd have a narrow, I'd like to use, I'm going to do a belly band on the front, and then I'm going to do a belly band on the front and then a side pocket. So for the belly band, I think I'm going to use the green. And the belly band is 1 by 3. So let's do 3. Okay, now that's not straight either, so let's do the 1. Let's do the 1 inch. Make sure I'm looking at the whole doggone thing. Okay. And then let's do 3 inches. I usually have another cutter that I use. I don't always use this guillotine cutter. Put that to the side. Set that there. So I'm going to do a belly band. Maybe I'll do it right there. Yeah, I'll do it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the sides here. Good to go ahead and do all of this up front, so when you construct your, when you start binding it, this is all done. This is all done. Move it up just a tad. So, and then when you do this up front, then again you'll have the punch, and it'll look all nice and uniform. And then I'm going to do, is this one I can do? This is a little big, but I'm okay with that. That's a little bit bigger. It didn't go out. See how it stopped shorts here? But I'm okay with that. I'm going to use this bigger one because it's going in the right direction that I want it to go in. I'm so right-hand dominant. It's amazing. It is amazing. But I'm going to use my scraps. Checking my time. Can't believe you guys get to see me do all of this, but I thought it was worth it. And I'm going to put it into the corner. I'm going to get it over here. That's not exactly even, but it doesn't look tall. That looks straight, even if it's not. I'm going to move on. So for the last one, I'm going to do another side pocket. And I've got this yellow scrap. Got this, so here's some more scraps. Got this polka dotty thing. So I'm going to use the polka dot. So that's going to be, again, the way I'm going to make sure I get 4 inches here. So let's do 4. See, I do use the thing, but I wasn't so. It's when you guys are watching that I get nervous. But I'm just going to do the best I can. And then 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. And then I'm watching this now, make sure I got it all lined up and everybody is hitting that line. And I did notice that when you cut the sucker, the guillotine thing makes it move. So I'm going to tack down that. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Tack that down. Again, you can ink whatever you want. I'm not inking this. I'm not inking any of this. You could ink your edges for some definition between the pocket and your divider. If you would like, whoa, that's not even on there. Let's go and make sure. If you wanted to ink that with some purple, hit that with some purple ink, you could do that. And then I'm going to add something to the back of the pockets. Can I do a belly band on this one? Since I did a side pocket on that, let's do not the polka dot E1. Not that. The belly band. Do I have another color? I got this one. This is thin. This is too thin for me. Oh, here we go. Maybe this one. Got that. Haven't used that. So I think the belly band, if I remember, thinking. 1 inch by 3. I think I can make it just enough. So make sure I got 3 inches measured there. 1 inch measured here. Make sure I get it all even to the line as best I can. Put that to the side. Do another belly band. It's coming. It's a coming. Belly band is a coming. Okay. Oh my God, this is going to be so long. And I'm not even done assembly. Oh, no, belly band too high here. I'll speed up some things when I get a chance. I was looking at the time. It's almost an hour long. I'll try to speed through. Okay. But I thought it was worth you seeing how the creative process works. Because what you end up getting is at the end of that. Okay, so these are my covers. These are my dividers. No, this way. Oops, you don't need to be in that. Okay, and then that's basically how it's going to look. With that big gap right there. Then here is my already cut index cards. So each divider has 10. Each divider has 10 sections of these. So I'll get that going, and then we'll come back, and then we'll get this sucker bound, and then I will decorate, show you what I plan on decorating. So I went ahead and did a lot of items off camera just to not make this be such a long video. I went ahead and I'm using my multi-cinch. So let me recap on what I did. I went ahead and added all of my pages in between the dividers. So there's a 10 per section. I went ahead and punched each section. So I think I got something slightly off here because it looks not as neat as it should be, but I'm going to go with it. For your binding wire, this is, I think that we are memory, or whatever the name is. We are memory keepers. This is the wire that came with that. So I'm using my multi-cinch for that, and I'm using my square punch. This makes 6 holes. So for my long wire, binding wire here, I just counted out to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then cut in between here with some wire cutters for jewelry making. Okay, that's it. So when I went ahead and wanted to punch out my little holes, my let's see if I can bring it up. My so I would slide my index cards in between 4 and 4. So like so. I'll just punch one for you. It makes a bunch of noise. That's why I did it off camera. Do I have one that looks crunchy? Like, yeah, I have one that didn't cut out real. It looked really crunchy. Well, I'll just use this one. So what you would want to do is get this in between your 4 here and your 4 here. So your 4 here, and then your 4 here. And you should get, once you line it up between the two 4s, I'm going to bring it towards me so I can see them. And all the way, push it all the way back to the edge. So I'm in between the two 4s. And then I punch down. And then there you go. Now for your cover, it's going to be a slightly different measurement because you're going to go to the 1/4. And then you're not going to worry about the over here on this edge. I'm just going to line it up on that 1/4. Let's bring you down a little. So it'll be right here. So for your cover, you're going to punch at the 1/4 because remember your cover is not slightly larger than this. Okie dokie. That takes care of that. So when I put my wire on the hook, put it on here. So I placed all of my my items down. So I'm not going to undo this because I'm ready to cinch it up. I'm going to move this here. Like I said, I move that out the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do this on camera because I always mess it up. And I hope I don't. But I'm going to have to stand up for it because I want to make sure I get it in there. So I am going to get this right in the center of this wire. And I'm going to make sure this bad boy is all the way up in between there. Like it is kissing it. I can't move it any further. And then I'm going to clamp down on it. Really, really hard. Make sure you're in there. Okay. Now it's looking good. So I'm going to go do it one more time. I'm going to make sure it's back up there. I'm going to clamp down really hard on it. Really, really putting some pressure. I don't know if you need that much pressure, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do the other side. I don't think it hurts anything. No one's told me to do that. That's what Brenda's doing. And there. And then it looks pretty cool. I'm going to just make sure. Go back around. Give it a little bit more persuasion. I want it closed really, really tightly. And I'll keep closing it till I'm satisfied I don't have any big gaps in there. So I'm just going to pinch a little. I'm going to cut that off. It's sticking out. So let me bring it back up. I can kind of sit down now. Bring it back out. So yeah, that's going to look pretty. My jacket. I don't think there's any way you can do this sitting down. You just don't get enough leverage. So I'm going to snip that out. That way it won't be so bad. Yep. That little flush. You want to file it down, you can. Okay. I'm going to pinch that. So then when I close it, it looks like that. Except for that gap. And when you turn it, look at the back, it's all closed up nice and tight. I've got to tidy that up a little better. And then that's what it looks like. This one got out of line, but I'm okay with that. And now you have your dividers. So here's your divider with your pocket. And here, and you didn't have to glue that in, and that's that. So while I was off camera, I went ahead and did that ink. So I took some little ink dauber and inked the white edges so it won't be so white. I'll move that out the way. I think I'm going to use this one for here. Just slide that in like so. Oh, you don't need to see that. Wow. Come on, Brenda. Oh, I could do a little better job on that one. Look at that one. Then for my last one, yeah, this one got out of alignment. I could tell. That'll go in there like so. Slide right on in there. And then I added a little pen pocket here. Doesn't look like I got enough glue on it. So, because I don't want nothing falling down. Oh, okay. Let me do a Leo method. Let me do this. Put some glue on here. And let's paint that glue because it didn't stick. So I'm going to paint some glue on that edge. Need that to stick. All right. So that's the book. That's the little mini album. Oh, wow. That came right on out. Well, let's see if I can do some repairs on that. Apparently, I didn't get that all. I was afraid of that. That's the only thing I don't like about this. Let me go back through the cinch. It came right on out of there. Did y'all see that? These things happen. So I'm not gonna. That means I didn't press down hard enough. Let's keep going. I can't believe it just slid right on out of there. Probably use operator error more than anything else. I don't think it has anything to do with the cinch. It just has something to do with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze these a little. Get them a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, operator error. Yeah, let's make sure that goes back. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's me. It's not the cinch, it's me. Yep. It's not quite, it's not, so I can tell it was me because look, it's not rounded completely. So I must have gotten this one out of whack. But okay. It's for me anyway, so I'm not going to complain. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to decorate it. I made some stickers. I think I'm going to do something to ground her. I want that to be sticking out, like more exaggerated, I guess. So I'm going to cover that up. I think I'm going to do like a strip that says Mardi Gras or something like that. And then it'll ground her. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. So if you're still with me, please like, subscribe, comment. This bothers me, so I might undo this and do it again because it's supposed to be round like this. So it's just me. But like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, I'm excited, and I will appreciate your support if we are trying to get to a modest 300 viewers or subscribers by June, then another 100 by the end of December, up to 4 or more, you know. So please like, subscribe, or comment, and thank you for your support, and I will talk to you soon.